Oh, okay. So now I'll move on to the IPs, the intellectual properties. There's a lot of things going about BBC. You know, some people are saying James Bond, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Minions, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future. So first of all, I'll start off Back to the Future. Now, I think when Back to the Future was scrapped, in the last place they had it, I think was the Japan park, wasn't it? It was probably, now Back to the Future has always been a popular film. It's my favourite film of all time. I remember going to the cinema in I think it opened in America in June '86, didn't it? And the UK, in those days, the films came out like 6 months later. Now it's instant at the same time, but we had to wait like 6 months. That's why we used to get pirate VHS copies of films to watch. You know, I remember that, to watch them. So I think I watched it around Christmas time, beginning of 86 it would have been, yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, wow. So when I went on the ride and everything, been brilliant. But I don't think it lost popularity, but they decided to close and they put that Simpsons ride, which is nowhere near as good. And now, I think it's kind of gained popularity again, Back to the Future, with a younger audience, because like now everybody's going nuts over the 80s. That was the era I grew up in. Now you've got 80s is kind of the retro thing everybody loves now. You know, like you've got that Stranger Things, and they're going to do a new 80s is big, innit? Big now, big. So they're tapping into that, I think, if they do it and bringing it back. Having a look at it though, people are saying it's going to be on the left hand side. If you look at the concept art, maybe I might try and do a thumbnail at the beginning of this video and you might see, but if you look at the concept art, on the left hand side, you've got this coaster, and it looks like it comes out of one building and then it goes up and then it reverses. Yeah, that's what people say, and then it goes back into another building, right? So what I'm thinking, if it is going to be Back to the Future, and you can't see it, but it looks like maybe on the front is the courthouse, Hill Valley, with the clock. So if that does happen, the coaster will go up. You go up to 88 miles per hour, right? And then you see a sign, the speed going up 88 miles per hour. You hit 88, and when you start, you're in 1985 or whatever. Yeah, you go up, and then when you reverse, and this is what a friend said to me as well, when you reverse, you're going back, and you're going back in time. You go back in time, and the building that you end up in is maybe back in 1955. That's what it could be. If that's Back to the Future, that'd be brilliant. And I think another reason why they brought it back is if you look at the people who were children in the 80s, most of them, like they're in my age, they're in the either late 40s or they're in their 50s. And that age is people who have the most disposable kind of income, because they might have been in work for like 20, 30 years and they've got going higher up the ladder, and wherever they work, they've got more disposable income, more money to spend, and it's nostalgia. They want to buy the things from their kids, the toys. You look at me, my YouTube channel, my videos, I'm like a child. I've got all this Lego, all these statues, you know, things from my childhood, 1/6 scale figures, loads of it, because it's all my childhood, the kind of toys and the things I had. So that's another reason, I think, if they do it. There's another IP there. Well, Lord of the Rings, I love that. That'd be brilliant. And I've been saying, please bring Lord of the Rings. Now, that'd be excellent, because no Lord of the Rings anywhere in the world. So if they could do that, that'd be fantastic. The other one, people saying James Bond. Now, I'm not sure, because if you look at it, yeah, Amazon have just like they've overpaid for it, didn't they? What they paid? Was it 7 billion or 4 billion for the James Bond rights off of what Cubby Broccoli's children or whatever, and the daughter's like supposed to be very like tough with it. You know, she doesn't like anybody swaying. So to pry it out of her hands, it must have been a lot of money. And you know, Bezos, he's one of the richest people in the world. Does he really need the money? I mean, and they're a rival. Comcast are a rival, aren't they? The broadcasting corporation. They're a rival to Amazon, who have got Prime and stuff like that. So, in a way, I can't see it. But in another way, it could, because they can make money out of it by just selling the rights for a ride, and they could recoup some money back, and maybe they could get money off of a percentage of the merchandising for any, I don't know, toys or drink or whatever it is. You know, they sell crap stuff in the shops, don't they? So maybe they might get something back from that. So we just have to see. That's that one. What else was there? Harry Potter. I don't know, I'm not sure. It's being done over there now, isn't it? What other area of Harry Potter could you do? Epic Universe have done France, and I'm thinking, why? I think when they decided to build the Harry Potter land in Epic Universe, if it was the time when they decided to scrap the films, because how many films do they make of the Fantastic Beasts? 3, then they scrapped it. If that coincided at the same time, I don't think they would have gone with the France idea. But if you remember, it started like 2019 and we had COVID, so it's paused. Then they started again. I just think it's a bit weird because you've got Paris. They go into the Parisian flu network, and then you end up in London in the Ministry of Magic. That's the way they've kind of like brought it all together. But I don't think Paris is a good idea. But what else could they have done? I mean, you think where Malfoy met? No, because that's only one small area. Where else could they have done? We've got Hogsmeade, you've got Hogwarts, you've got Diagon Alley. Where else in the Wizarding world? What other land could you have? They always did say Ministry of Magic, and at one point people were saying it was going to be at the back of the original Universal Park, where, next to Men in Black, in that corner, where they used to do Fear Factor and stuff like that. Thinking of doing it there. So there's always been Ministry of Magic. But then could they have done another part of it? I don't know. I'm just not keen on that Paris idea. So I just don't think they're going to do Harry Potter. Unless they just do the same land they've already got in America, which they've done it the same, haven't they? In California and Florida, they've got the same. Unless they did, I mean, what maybe be good? Another Hogwarts, but the interior, the whole land is the interior of Hogwarts. Maybe that would be great, and expand on that, because the Hogwarts bit, when you're in there, is like kind of small, just part of the queue. So that would be good, the whole of Hogwarts, and maybe, I don't know, maybe Forbidden Forest. They could do a land. But if they do, they might recreate what they've already got in Florida or California. So I'm not too bothered. I love Harry Potter, but I'm not too bothered because I'll go and see that in America. Then what else was there? Minions. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. Minions. And then, well, I don't know. I just think, yeah, they're the ones that people say at the moment. Oh, and was it Paddington Bear? So they might try and do something really proper UK, like Paddington Bear. I suppose Lord of the Rings is kind of UK, isn't it? I mean, even though Tolkien was born in South Africa, his parents were from Birmingham, weren't they? And he came back here when he was like 7, 8, as a little kid. So that's it, really, of the IPs. That's what I think. But who knows? At the moment, it's rumours. But then with the rumours with the Epic Universe, most of them prove to be kind of true. So we'll see. Getting exciting.